All right. What's up, guys? Hope everybody's having a great week. So, last time I redesigned an e commerce campaign from a brand called Space Goods, and a lot of you guys liked it. So, this week I decided to do something similar. I stumbled upon this brand. It's called Ocean. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And they basically sell like this natural liquid electrolyte drop. So, you basically pump a couple of these into your drink. It could be water, milk, protein shake, whatever, and you get your daily dose of electrolytes and you basically become the goat, right? So yeah, really nice brand. I like these two founders. I actually believe I followed Joel on Twitter. I saw he made a funny post a long time ago. Remember, it made me laugh. But yeah, a great brand. But what's not great about it is their welcome email number one. So I've subscribed to their brand, and this is the email I received. Obviously, this feels way off brand. It looks like a template, looks like something it was made by a software, not a designer, because it was. And yeah, this basically does more harm to the brand than it does good. So today I'm going to be redesigning it and optimizing it for conversions live so you guys can understand how you can do the same for your brand. So let's get to it. First of all, let's start with our frame. Let's make it 600 pixels wide. Okay. So I already got the copy so to not waste your time. So this is the first section. I'll just start with here's your 10% off. Use this code. But first, let's get an image for the background. Now I like to use this website. And if you drag and if you enter the link from whatever link you want, it will like get all the images that are not even showable on like the screen that are buried in like the HTML or whatever. So yeah, you'll get all of the images that are on this website that are available for the public that you can dig up, I guess. So yeah, let's just wait for it to load. All right, so the website did its thing, and here are the images that it extracted. Now I want a product image here. Let's see, which one do I like? This one is cool because it also shows the product in use. So I believe they dropped a few drops of this into like a water or something. So yeah, let's just drag it here. Let's make it, whoops, 600 pixels wide. So it's aligns with the frame. And let's do the little trick I showed you guys last time where we expand the image just by adding a rectangle and adapting the color. So as you can see here, it has a lot of shades, so we have to use a lot of these little steps by steps. So we make sure it's clean, right? Nobody knows that it's a rectangle. Maybe here too. Oh, that's perfect. Just drag it on top, and there we go. All right, let's grab the. No, sorry, I misclicked. Let's grab the logo here. Let's put it right here. And for the font, I believe they used what's it called? Ricotta, yeah. So let's grab the headline. Let's grab this one. Here's your. Let's make it this big. Center it, and let's take the 10% off. I want to make this one bigger. Oops, this is the font sticks. Let's try this. Let's actually make it bold or medium, and let's make it something like this. Yeah, this looks okay. And then we have another copy here. So use code. Oops. Okay, why is it dragging it to the headline? I don't know. That was weird, but yeah. Okay, use this code. All right, so we got our base here. Now I want to add this discount code section. So what I'm going to do is add a rectangle here and remove the fill, add a stroke, and make the stroke dashed, right? Maybe expand it a bit, centralize it. Then I'm going to copy paste the code. This one right here. I'm gonna make here, maybe make it smaller. Yep. Yeah, let's put these two in a group together. Then let's centralize it in the middle of the rectangle. And actually, let's add a medium. That's okay, I guess. We got the discount code section done as well. And now, because the discount code is a bit long, some people might have trouble entering it. So what you can do is just go to URL and type discount slash, then you enter the discount code. this one right here. And when you use this link, the discount code will be automatically applied, right? So if I click to cart, you can see here that the discount code was auto applied. So that's like a little hack you guys can use. Obviously, the discount code must be made in Shopify. It cannot be like a Klaviyo dynamic one. But yeah, you get the point. All right, let's actually make this 10% off, maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, like this. Let's use the code. This one right here. All right. Then we have the button. Okay, rectangle. Let's round it up a bit, like this one right here. Select this color. I believe that's the color they use. All right. Let's add a bit of this throw because I want it to be. I want to pop up. I want to make it pop off from the background. I don't want it to blend in with the background, right? And then let's add text. Let's say take 10% off. Let's make it medium. Okay, let's group these two together, centralize it. Let's make it white. And that's pretty much it. All right. Yep. As you can see here, this is the section that we got. Really clean, pretty simple, so nothing fancy going around here. Let's actually maybe drag this a bit down. Okay. Yeah, and the thing that they have is this, like they offer a free bottle, travel bottle until this date. So that's also great. And I want to include that in this section here. So people will, so it's tax value. It's a great thing. And I want to include it in the first section because a lot of people won't even bother to look down the email. They'll just look at this. They'll just grab the discount code and go back to, the website and hopefully buy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it like this. Then I'm going to just type here 300. Again, I'm going to crop it down to the circle. All right. 235 by 235. That's perfect. Then I'm going to add it, whoops, here, for example. And I'm going to say plus get a free, what's called travel, travel bottle. All right, let's bold the free part, right? Everybody likes free stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so just a nice added value on top, right? All right, so there we go. We got the first section, really clean, really simple. So the funnel is this: people go to the website, they saw a pop-up says get 10% off, they subscribe, they go to their email, they see this email, they check out the discount code, they go back, they shop. Boom. All right, now let's add a transition. We can just add a simple stroke down here. Let's make it only at the bottom. And yeah, that's pretty much nice. It's kinda on brand, I guess. All right. Now for the second section, I actually want to start from the bottom. I want to have like an image like this that will, go. So the background of this image will be the entire second section of the email. So let's go to their images here and see if there's an image I like that we can use. This one is kind of cool, but the product is a bit small. I like this one right here. Let's make it 600. Perfect, perfect. All right. I'm going to do the rectangle thing where I expand it. Make sure we get, yeah, see it. All right, let's actually drag it even way further down just in case. And when you design emails and you have a rectangle in the background, every time you want to select an element on your frame, it will just get in the way. So what I like to do, I like to lock it in just for the time being. All right, so we have our layout right here. Now for the next section, I want to add a headline here. So what I did for the copy is because obviously everybody's heard about electrolytes, but it's one of those things like protein, carbohydrates, or whatever that's like kind of a buzzwords just thrown in there. Nobody actually knows. Nobody knows in the simple terms what hell this is. So you have to do a bit of a education for people to understand the value of the product you are providing, right? So let's do a quick headline here. So what the hell are electrolytes? Okay, let's make it a bit bigger, right? Then we have this text block explaining what they are, right? Electrolytes and tiny minerals help your body. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is have a rectangle once again. Let's make it white. Let's make it bit stroke. Oh, let's take the headline. Let's make it way smaller. Let's copy paste the text, drag it right here. Let's make it way smaller so it fits the rectangle. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger. Oops. All right, this is okay. Is it centered? Yes, it is now. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do, and as you can see here, they have a similar one, right? And I have this background color behind the text that's in a rectangle. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to drag and create a rectangle right here. Or just make it. All right, let's do it like this. Let's group these two. All right, this is nice. Now I want to have this image right here, and I believe they have it. This one. Let me just find it real quick. Maybe it's somewhere in the start. All right, so yeah, this is the image. Let's copy paste it. Let's drag it here. Maybe add a small stroke as well. You guys know I like my strokes. Wait, that sounded weird, but you get the point. All right, so we have this section right here. So what the hell are electrolytes? Then we have the do you need them? And then we obviously name some things that are really common, so we get people to think that they need them. And then what's the best way to get them? Then we represent our product as the solution. So let's copy paste this headline. Do you need them? Or is this better? I want to say this is better, I guess. This. And then I want to have this section right here. And it's really important to make it similar or the same as like a website, so it's very clean. The funnel, the customer experience is clean from start to the bottom. It feels like a one time journey. It's not like email marketing and website, it's just the same thing, right? So I'm going to take these like little rectangles with all of these five common signs that people need electrolytes. So let's add a rectangle right here. Yes, something like this works. Let's take the color. Whoops. Let's copy paste it. Let's paste it right here. Now let's take the biggest one first, just to make sure it fits, right? Because if you take the smallest one, then you have to update the rectangle again later on. Let's add just a bit of a stroke so it doesn't blend in too much. All right, so we got one. Then let's take another one. Let's add fuzzy mind. Okay, what do we have next? Cramps. I don't know why it adds like a bullet thing, but that's okay, I guess. We add blocked up, right? And dry skin. All right, so we have all of these 5 points, and what I'll do is I'll basically like put them randomly here, something like this, for example, right? Without an actual pattern, you know. For example, something like this. I guess that works. And then we have we have a text right after the headline. So if you're experiencing any of these, right? And then we have dry skin, fuzzy mind, blocked up cramps. And then we have another text. So we can just say, then probably yes. And we can bold this like this, right? And let's take this one away from the group, add a rectangle, the background of it. Okay, let's group these two together. So that that's pretty much it. Now I want to make it a bit more clean. So what I'm going to do is I'll create an arrow right here that will point from here to here, right? So let's have this, then we can have, all right, yeah, so something like this works, I guess, right? All right, so you see how this adds a bit of effect to the email. Then probably yes. All right, let's actually let's rearrange this a bit. Just play around with it. Doesn't really have to make any sense. Your brain doesn't have to be like exactly perfect in terms of space between them or something, right? It just has to be skimmable and readable. But all right, the next part is what's the best way to get them? Another headline right here. So let's make it a bit smaller. Now, what I want to do here is actually get a picture of the product with these icons. So these icons and this description of the icons, I'll actually ask ChatGPT, create these icons with this text. But first, let's find a picture of the product we can use to just put right there. I just need a picture of just the product somewhere. All right, so I took this image and I went to this background remover website. So I just removed the entire background and I got left with this one. So I'll just take it right here and let's make it a bit smaller and let's add it right here, for example. Now it kind of blends in with the background. So what I'll do is I'll add a bit of mm, an effect behind it, like a glow. So it's 200. Let's put the image in front so you can see how that makes the product pop a bit more, right? See this and this. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So what I'll do for this part, I'll just go to ChatGPT and I'll ask him to create these icons for me, and I'll be back by putting the icons right here. So yeah, give me a second. All right, so here are the icons ChatGPT generated for us. Now, I don't like that it's too far away from one another. So what I'm going to do is I'll duplicate it. Then I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to make it a bit closer to one another. All right, let's actually move the product a bit to the left so we have space for the icons right here. Group these two. I think this is fine. Okay, and let's actually, because it's not really readable. I mean, we can use the text and just add it ourselves, but let's just add the rectangle from here, or we can just expand it here, like this, right? That's perfect. Maybe make it lower the opacity a bit, or not. I guess this is cool, right? It's readable, it's clean. So yeah, we got these nice icons that match the brand. And they're skimmable, they're easy to digest, easy to get information, easy to understand what the product will actually do for them. All right, then we have another type of copy here. So let's this headline, let's make it smaller. Oops. And let's copy paste it. Make sure it's regular, not a demo. So let's make it actually. I like the bold option on this font, so I'll just make it medium. Let's add a bit of size to it, and there we have it. Then let's copy paste the CTA button here, and also let's add this section right here. Right? Let's add the plus, get a free travel bottle today. Can we? And so the value of the bottle is £6, right? So let's add that too. I don't have the pound symbol, so I'll just use dollars. But yeah, okay, 6 point. Let's go here and let's cross it like this. And let's add a smaller one. Now here's a little trick for you guys. When you do a comparison price, you want the old price, the bigger price, to be bigger in literal size than the new price. I mean, in this case, it's free, but if it's discount 20%, then you want the old price to be bigger. So psychologically, it feels like a bigger discount code. I know it sounds weird, but it actually works that way. All right, same angle. Let's actually, we can make it, maybe add it right here or something, right? Same angle. Is it weird that it's kind of an angle or not? Yeah, I guess that's okay-ish. This. Right, that looks okay-ish. Maybe, just make it normal. Okay, right, so we're almost done now. I just want to add this part. It's a testimonial from nutritional therapists, which is great. Every time you have somebody that has authority in your industry talk well about your product, you always want to make sure you include that because people trust them more than if you were just to say it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the image of this beautiful lady right here, again at the corner. I'm going to crop it again, make sure we got it right, and one more here. All right, so the image is not the best quality, but it is what it is. Add a bit of a stroke. Then I'm going to add a rectangle again. Let's expand it a bit further. White, just a small stroke. Then I'm going to copy paste her testimonial. As a nutritionist, I recommend Ocean, and I'm going to bold that part. And I'm going to put her name and profession. Does this look okay? Yeah, I guess. Maybe we can remove the stars, but I kind of like them, to be honest. This one is decent. Maybe I can even make it. Let's just block this rectangle here. Maybe I can even make it a bit bigger, right? That's cool. And actually, let's put it, like, let's drag this one a bit on top. This, now I want to make it like congruent with this image, but I want the image of this, what's it called, like product right here to be on top of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'll go and remove the background and just have the image of the product, which I'll put on top of the image here. So just give me a second. All right, so I removed the background and the text from this image, and let's just make it 600 pixels wide, so it's the same size as this one right here. Make sure it's right there, and boom, it seems like this one is on top of this one. And let's actually take those two, drag them up a bit. Okay, so we got something going on here. Double the conversion. So this one actually looks professional, like it was designed by a professional designer like myself, right? I'm kidding, but so if you compare these two, you will see that this one looks like 10 times better than this one. It feels like it was designed by a professional designer, so it's like on brand, it's clean, and yeah, really simple to consume. That's the most important part. You see how it flows. Let's just actually zoom in and see how it will look like. So here's your 10% off, and the people who just came from the discount code can take the discount code at the first section and just leave and go back to the website and buy. The people who want to learn more, they can, right? And they can do it in a very simple way. So what are electrolytes? You just have to read this. Do you need them? And again, if you're experiencing any of these, maybe I have dry skin or I have cramps, so I probably need them. This one on top. But yeah. All right, so I concluded in my mind that I need them. So what's the best way to get them? Then we represent the product as the solution to their problem, and their problem is dry skin. So we are not selling electrolytes anymore. We are selling a solution to their dry skin. All right, so this is the final version of our email. As you can see here, this one looks like, again, like it was made by a software, which it probably was, and this one looks like it was made by a professional designer, really clean and really optimized for conversion, because the people who just want the discount code, don't want to learn more about the brand, can just open the email, copy paste the discount code, go back to the website and buy. But the people who want to learn more, they can, and in a very easy way. And the easy way is the important part. So they can learn what are the electrolytes, do you need them, and then you have some common symptoms like dry skin. Obviously, people have dry skin from different stuff, and they be like, okay, I have dry skin, I have fuzzy mind sometimes, I have cramps, I need it. So the consumer realizes that it needs them. So what's the best way to get them? And then we represent our product as the solution. And as you can see here, the transition is that we don't sell electrolytes anymore in this case. We sell a solution to any of these problems, for example. And you can also name different stuff that electrolytes solve, so you cover more the people's problems, right? You can, for example, say low energy, right? Who doesn't have low energy these days? But you get the point. And then we also stack value here. So we say, because it's your first order, you can get 10% off with this code. Plus, you can get a free travel bottle today. Only then we have some credibility from the therapist and as seen in these big names newsletters. So yeah, let me know if you guys like the email, and if you want me to recreate your welcome email number one or any other email campaign, leave the name of your brand in the comments below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys got some value from it. And I'll see you in the next one.